All right, everyone. So I'm going to do a recap here of today's trades. Fairly choppy day overall. I'm not up more than 1,000 on any one stock. I was up about 2,400, 2,300 on Lucy, but I gave back more than half of it. Very choppy, and it's up. I mean, it's certainly green on the day. Right now, Lucy's up 141%, but I was not able to really get super dialed in on it. So we can look at the 1 minute chart on Lucy, and I can kind of go over this one in the most detail. The other stocks I traded, MWG and ELOX, just not much there, small winners. So Lucy, I sat down at about 8 a.m. and I saw it was already up about 100%. And I was like, okay, I took a look. And the first thing I noticed was that the level 2, pretty stacked. Big buyers, big sellers. Surprising it's got a 3-cent spread there, but fairly thick level 2. And that was pre-market, and it's only continued. So it was at about 305 and it had pulled back here. And I looked at it and I said, if I got in here at 285, 290, what's my profit target? 307? That's the pre-market high. It's only like 15 cents, especially if I add at 95. I felt like, I don't know. I just didn't think I was going to make enough on it. And maybe part of this was because I was red yesterday. And so I sort of felt like, I kind of feel like I went red because I was just, I don't know, messing around with the lower price stock, ONCS, which didn't really have that much potential, and ended up just catching, a flush. So I was surprised when it broke out right here and went all the way up to 322. But we had this topping tail candle, and I thought, well, it definitely went higher than I thought. But now you've got this big candle, so with a topping tail, that's bearish. And so I thought that was kind of probably done. So I wasn't interested in this area. And then, as you can see right there, all of a sudden it rips up. It goes through that double top, or that topping tail, and it goes up again here, up towards 50. Topping tail again. It goes up to 55, topping tail again. And right here, it goes up to 60. Let's see, the high was 80. I took my first trade at 365, and I sold it at 372. 7 cents a share. It's not very exciting. So 7 cents a share was my first trade. It ends up going a little bit higher, as you can see. I got back in. I added at 375. I added at 385. I added at 395. And then it hits 4, and then it flushes. Stopped out for a loss on that trade. It comes back up. I got back in for the break of 410, and it flushes again, and now I'm back to flat on the day. And I was like, my goodness, this stock just went from, I just watched it go from 320 to 4, and I managed to be negative on it. At the open, I got a dip trade at 359. This was a phenomenal dip trade. I punched it for 5,000 shares. We got a squeeze here back up to 4. I took my profit way too soon. It goes up to a high of 449. It dips back down. I did not get this dip trade, but I got back in right here at 420. Then I stopped out back here at 4. Gave back the profit from the first trade. And then I bought this dip right here at 371 off of VWAP. Bought that for 5,000 shares. It pops back up to 392. And with that, I am finishing up with some small profit on it. I just didn't feel like I was able to get in the zone on it. And I was churning shares, a ton of commissions, and I just couldn't get dialed in. I couldn't get in the zone. So that was Lucy, kind of an annoying stock. And then MWG, took a couple trades on this. Topping tails, super choppy. I took 2 trades on it, made 80 on one trade, made 300 on the other. ELOX, this one sold off hard at the open. Flushes down, almost halted down, rallies back up. I took a trade up here at 888 for the break of 9, hits a high of 908. but again, nothing exciting on that, small size. So $1,363.94, still red on the week, being red yesterday to start the week. So today, a very small green day, relatively speaking. And of course, commissions are going to be higher because I was trading a lower price stock with larger share size. So got a little frustrated today. Just felt like I was spinning my wheels a little bit, kind of trading and aggressively trading a stock that just was a bit more difficult. So, now it's 10:30 and that's all I have to show for today. But I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll have, maybe I'll have a better day tomorrow and I can have a good finish to the week, even though the start of the week has been kind of slow. The good news is we did have a stock that went up like 200%. So that's great to see. I just kind of wasn't able to get in the zone on it. So anyway, sometimes that's the case, but live to trade another day and I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning.